When it comes to jewelry, she's the Gemology Institute of America Diamond Appraiser, Stewart International School of Jewelers. She's got 30 plus years of vintage and estate jewelry. If you have not been in her shop, it is just a place to go. It's a destination. It really is. And you've done radio shows, she's done road shows, and she's got her own E-line of jewelry that she's developing, and a good standing member of the Jewelers Board of Trade. And today she's going to talk about how to be a savvy consumer. Be a consumer. That's what her favorite thing to do, is to consume. Yes. Be a consumer, a good, educated consumer of jewelry in today's technology. So I'd like you to welcome Edna Culpepper.
Hello, ladies. Are we all fed and happy? And we should say thank you to. We should say thank you to all of our servers who take really good care of us. Because that's always invisible. They're invisible, but they're wonderful. And I think Jeff has like a Yacht Club pin that he's wearing that maybe he needs a little advice on later. So I'm available to you.
Hi, Jeff.
It is not often that anyone or anything lasts 90 years. So I want to take this opportunity to congratulate and salute current and past members of the Smyrna Yacht Club in recognition of this club's 90th anniversary. Congratulations. That is an amazing, wonderful thing. And I'm very proud to be a guest speaker of such a great, special group of women. Thank you. Thank you, Betsy, wherever she's at, Betsy, for giving me the opportunity to share with all of you one of my lifelong passions, jewelry. I have to keep notes because I get lost. A little something that I'd like to share about me. A spirit speaks to the primitive and creative energy inside of me. Whether I'm dressed in business attire or blue jeans, I may move to the rules of society or not, but this energy dances with the fire of my soul. This nurtures my spirit and manifests my world. I am Edna. This is an artist statement that I wrote 40 some odd years ago. And this has been part of who I am and my life's work. Pardon?
No, it's on. You just need to talk into it.
Now can you hear me? Yes. So I have to stand like this? Okay. I'm going to stand like this. Do you want me to repeat it? No. Okay. I'm owned by Beachside Jewelers. And it's located at 415 Flagler Avenue, 200 steps to the ocean. And I've been in business there for 23 years. Actively working in my passion, but I've been working in my passion since 1989. I'm lucky. I love my work. And I'm delighted to share with you some of that passion that I have. And as we talk about my passion, or one of them, I want you to start to begin to think about your personal treasure chest that you have, that has incredible little things in it that are very special to you. As I begin to share with you my knowledge, my education, my passion, Start to attach this to what you have and the way you think about it. I call this eye candy. So just enjoy the eye candy as it goes by. Because I love my work and I suffer from wanderlust, I've studied and I've learned so much and continue to this day to learn. My personal philosophy is I like to learn one new thing a day, something I didn't know. As a result, it keeps me busy, but I have the following qualifications. I own a small business, Beachside Jewelers. I'm a graduate of the GIA Institute. I'm the graduate of the Stewart International School of Jewelers. I've designed a line of jewelry, e-jewelry. I'm an opinion of value expert at antique roadshows. I also do expert witness testimony when I need to make rent. I call that my showstopper. I'm in the Jewelers Board of Trade. I'm a member of good standing and have been that way for 40 years. So, those are my qualifications, but my main qualification, I'm a consumer. I buy, I wear, I love it. My main qualification is I do all of that. The desire to adorn oneself, in my opinion, we've been wearing stones before we wore clothes. We've been putting things on us to adorn ourselves. So I think I'm in pretty good company because I adorn myself with very large statement pieces. Large. Maybe because that's who I think I am. But who do I buy from? I'm a consumer. Who do I buy from? I buy from lawyers, trust, liquidation of estates, banks, when they repossess goods, and they break into the little boxes and people die, and I go in and look to see what they left. Insurance, damaged, recovered goods, auction houses, business closures. We've had tons of business closures. Been there, done that. Scrap dealers, designers, artists, open-minded people. That's who I buy from. I'm a consumer. Now you might say, because now I'm well over 60, you might say, why have I been searching for beautiful pieces my entire life? What has this treasure hunt been about for me? I'm blessed. I believe it's because I am so blessed to be a part of so many milestones in people's lives, all of your lives. I am part of celebrations, so many surprises, and so much joy. I have been on this treasure hunt my entire life. It has been my labor of love, looking, seeking, and buying so I could be part of your celebration. I'm blessed. I'm thankful. I'm lucky. So as we continue on this journey of sharing, I want you to think about your treasure chest. The ones that you enjoy. The ones that you keep safe. The ones that you keep close to you. and start to open your treasure chest as I share some things I know for sure. Are you with me? Are you starting to look in your treasure chest and think about all those wonderful little things that you just have been afraid to wear? We'll start by saying some things I know for sure. The art of jewelry. Making jewelry is a time-consuming process. But when you break it all down, it's 3 parts. First, there has to be a motivation for that design. A mental image. That mental image might come in a split second, but it could be laborious and take months, like birthing a child. Some come quick, some come difficult. Second, in the process, this is the most time-consuming part. It can take up to 80 hours per model to create. This attention to detail is vital. Then you have to cast it, you finish it, you mold it, and finally, we got to bring the original design to production. This part requires it requires a focused, patient individual. I know those people. And as many as 8 different individuals with specialized talent could be involved in the making of that one piece. And only perfection is accepted. Now just think about that. This type of piece is why and what I seek. This is what brings the passion out in me, because I know what I'm looking for. The second thing I know for sure that you guys might be interested in is about appraisals. Okay? What does it mean if you have an appraisal with your piece of jewelry? What do you have? Well, I'm an appraiser, and I'm here to tell you that every piece you have has 4 values, just like your car that you drive in. So your appraisal is only going to speak of 1 value. So here we go. Let's just quickly go through these. The first one is called a replacement value, meaning that it's the first part of the process. We have to start from scratch. You've lost it. We have to begin to make it. We have to visualize it. We have to draw it. The appraisal is going to be very high. The second price is called a current retail value. What would your item be worth if it were sitting in my shop with a price tag? Now, remember, we are in New Smyrna Beach, and that price is location sensitive. Because if you take that item and you sit it in New York City, or you set it in Chicago, or you set it in Hollywood, it's not going to be the same price. So current retail price is location, location, location. Where did you come from? Where did you buy it from? What was the value there? The third price is going to be a computer price. And that's an uh-oh, because when I look at your stuff, I'm going to find your piece on the computer or something really close. And I can promise you, you're not going to like the price that I find with it. But I will find it. The last price is called a liquidation price. It's basically an estate tax value placed on items when we pass away. That means if you had to sell the item off your finger today, what could you get for it? That's a liquidation estate value. You don't want to pay taxes on any more than you have to, and if you had to get rid of it, what can I get? So, when you think of appraisals, I always say, I need to see it. Appraisals mean nothing. Plus, I'm certified. There's a lot of appraisals that just come out of places that have no certification. They just say appraisals and something that's written out. Those things I know for sure. I also know that when your appraisal is done, the things that are going to be the motivating factors for the value attached. One, what type of material is it made of? Is it made of platinum? Is it made of gold? Is it 18 karat gold, which is 75% gold? Or is it 14 karat gold, which is 57% gold? Or, I don't like 10 karat, but it's only 33% gold. Or, is it a mystery metal? All of those items are going to factor into that value attached to that piece. And what about the stones? Are they really stones? Are they natural? Do they come out of Mother Nature? Are they man-made? Is it a lab-created stone? What about glass, plastic, or what is it? A lot of things we need to keep in mind. Are you mentally going through your treasure chest as we explore all of these options? You have beautiful treasures. I know you do. I know you all have beautiful treasures in your treasure chest. Because I've been around a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So now let's remember. Let's remember 10 years ago, we lived through our depression. We lived through our housing collapse. Remember all the signs? We buy gold. I buy gold. I pay more. They're on the street corners. They're at every place. I know for sure that during that dark period, 1/3 of the wealth in our estate jewelry got melted down. I know it will never come back. It is gone. What you have in your treasure chest are truly pieces of wearable art. We must honor by remembering the gift, how it was given, by whom, and the joy it keeps on giving. Those beautiful pieces are who you are. You have them. They will never be remade in today's society. They are special, as each and every one of you. In conclusion, because I'm not keeping you too long after lunch, I forgot one appraisal to tell you about. This ring was my grandmother's ring, and it is priceless. And no value will ever be attached to this. And at home, there's a little box with a little note that my grandmother wrote that explains to me, with a sketch, of the how and when and why that this was gifted. So I say, visit your personal treasures. Document them, either with a short video or a note, and let your loved ones know where they came from and why and by whom. Honor your wearable art by giving them their birth certificate. You're the only one that can do that. So, in summary, when we talk about consumption, I'd like to say that no matter where you consume from, doesn't matter if you're on Amazon, if you're on a cruise ship, or wherever you consume from, be a smart consumer. What is that? That means fall in love with what you choose to purchase. Love it. Buy it. Wear it. And then give it. Play it forward, because it will never let you down. Thank you.
Thank you, Edna. Does anybody have any questions for Edna?
Yeah, does anybody have got some hands?
All right.
Go for it.
Lynn?
I just want to know all the pictures. Are they all in your store?
Oh, no.
Oh, God. They're in a treasure chest.
My reach.
So they are for sale, all of them.
They are, and many other ones. I'm
Okay.
here because these are just ones that have. I've got thousands of them.
Oh, I've
but
been
they're
in your
each
store.
so different.
Okay.
And I just wanted to share eye candy with you and how it changes.
And there was one bracelet that had a letter A and numbers after it. Do you recommend putting serial numbers or any type of identification besides a love saying?
I'll give you an example. In today's society, well, we can go back, because in vintage costume jewelry, we didn't even have the ability to really make the marks until 1950.
Okay.
So when you look at tools and you look at the capabilities, it's changed drastically. This afternoon, I have a couple that I designed a engagement ring for. And their diamond, I stayed in their budget. Their diamond, it's not large. I mean, it's 3/4 of a carat. But it has numbers on the girdle that is attached. That becomes its tag. So because of the market today, in different, depending on where you're at in the process, you easily can document. It's like, you know, when we put little things in our animals, we can put little things on our children.
Okay.
Lisa?
When we were in your store, you said if your husband or boyfriend gives you a jewelry, what to do with it?
Oh, I was going to say, I don't have a husband and boyfriend, and what's she talking about? I'm talking generically. All right. No, what I think I had shared with you that is another one of those things I know for sure is I've had wonderful opportunities for people who purchase, and it has come to my attention that men really are comfortable and enjoy purchasing pendants for their women. They love purchasing pendants and earrings. Well, I think the reason is because they can see it, and they're not so comfortable with rings and bracelets. And so I always say to my women friends, wear the pendant, wear it, get it out of the case and wear it, because it's so nice. Because the first thing that will come out of their mouths is, oh, so nice that you're wearing that piece that I bought, because this is for you, this is for me. So it depends on how we're purchasing, but it's so important to validate to our men, because when they purchase things, and you may not even, it may not even be you. Let's just say you look and you go, wow, this just isn't me. Well, you know what? That's how he views you. And it may be bigger than you are. It may be a different color. But just wear it, because it's a beautiful thing to do. Honor them by doing that.
I have two comments. One, I was playing pickleball with Terry Stearns last week, and she said to me, Kathy, how come you always wear that gold necklace? How can you wear that when you play pickleball? You never take it off. And I said, oh, you mean this? It's not this now. And I said, I'm not even aware that I have it on. I said, my mother gave me this 30 years ago. It fits my neck. And I said, I actually broke it. And I thought, oh, I should get rid of it. And I didn't. I went to Edna. And Edna said, let me look that up for you. Do you know what you have? You don't want to replace that. I can fix it. And so she did. This is the only day that I haven't had it on. I know you've all seen it. But I just throw that out there as well. She really, and I'm glad I didn't, and I treasure it even more now. And Terry's happy to know that I wear it in the shower. She says it's washed. But that brings me to another question. If you have, and I'll just say this, I haven't done it, but I have a collection of stick pins. I never knew what to do with them, and somebody said, take it to Edna, because you could turn them into a brooch.
You can do all kinds. We could talk. I've got a whole collection of stick pins.
Okay.
They're cool.
You could do that.
What's the story on the necklace?
This is from the 40s. I don't even clean it.
Are they done?
No, I wouldn't be here if there were diamonds. I'd be on some yacht out there. And somebody'd be massaging me. But thank you.
I just want to make another quick statement. You were talking about cash for gold. I took in about retail. Retail is not real price. $15,000 worth of jewelry to a cash for gold just to try it out. Shopping me $600.
Oh.
So just to let you know how that.
I understand. Annette?
What kind of issues are you having now with the lab-created diamonds, gems that are very hard to detect from real?
We are going to continue to have those issues. You know, there's a whole nother thing, like I could overwhelm you with technology, but an example is last year, 70% of the people in America came to the storefront and purchased jewelry. This year, it's less than 50. So we, as consumers, are going to continue purchasing on the internet. And we're going to continue doing all of that. But when it comes to stones, the creation of stones, they're so good at copying everything. The biggest thing you and I as consumers are going to be faced with is artificial goods. And I have no good news for you, except, in my opinion, what you do is, first of all, visit your treasures, love them, enjoy them, put stories with them so that our children and our grandchildren can embrace what we have. And second, when you purchase something, you can ask, you know, do they belong to the Jewelers Board of Trade? Are they in good standing? Do they stand behind their product? Just do sensible things in regards to that.
Because they'll tell you the difference then.
Maybe.
Yeah, if they don't, what if they don't? I mean, these are
Well, I've spent a whole lifetime of learning. I'm still learning. I can't possibly, you know, even though I have people that work with me, I can't possibly expect them to have the knowledge base to be able to answer all the consumers.
Right.
So their great line is, I'll get back with you. Because I don't want them to say anything without knowing for sure.
There was one point you made when we were with you that I think is important too, and that is you were talking about jewelry repair and how it's going to get harder and harder to get your jewelry fixed.
Yes, I can definitely speak about this because I personally have stopped doing repairs as of January a year ago. And so I no longer do that because in this aging process I'm going to start doing a little bit of charity work and stuff, and I want a life too. But what happened was a year and a half previous to that, I had all these really bad conversations because people brought me all this stuff off the internet and it's junk and I can't fix it. And they come in and it's junk and I can't fix it. So who am I? I'm the bearer of bad news. I'm sorry to tell you this cannot be fixed because it's junk. And they didn't buy it from me, but they want me to fix it, and I'm the one that's got to say, sorry. So after really looking at the world today and where we're at and how we are changing, because I remember the day the internet was born. I remember it. And we were all typing on typewriters. And where's the typewriter keys now? They're made into earrings. And everybody goes, oh, nobody's going to use that. Well, we are going to use that. We are going to purchase from the internet. We are going to do things. But the actual process of repairing is changing rapidly. And what happens is there's no schools that teach what I do. They're gone. Because there's not enough support for those people to make money. And what is happening is the torches, as you know it, are going away, and they're being replaced by lasers. And how much are lasers? $250,000? So where do you think you're going to find lasers to repair your little items? It's not going to be sitting here. So what will happen is there'll be centralized areas where you will be able to have things repaired, but it's going to be a totally different way of repairing. Things continue to change, and they will. We just have to embrace it, and like me, I learn about it. If somebody wants to know anything about where I think they should go or how I think they should handle it, I'm here. And that's the best you can do.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So now we all know about our jewelry.
I want to get a picture of you too.
Oh.